I am Rabbi Pinchas Landis, and this is Today in Jewish History. Today is the 23rd day of the month of Kislev. On this day in the year 1348, a group of Jews in Lausanne, Switzerland, confessed under torture to the baseless and heinous accusation of poisoning wells, a charge that became a deadly pretext for widespread antisemitic violence during the Black Plague. The pandemic which ravaged Europe from 1347 to 1351 was caused primarily by the bubonic plague, but also included its deadlier pneumonic and septicemic forms. The disease likely arrived in Europe via rats on Italian trading ships that had traveled from China, carrying fleas infected with Yersinia pestis. These ships docked in Europe in the spring of 1348, bringing with them a pandemic that would devastate the continent. As millions perished, fear and ignorance led to desperate scapegoating, with Jewish communities falsely accused and brutally persecuted. Though Jews also suffered from the plague, their rates of death were lower than their non-Jewish neighbors. This disparity was likely due to Jewish religious laws that emphasized hygiene and sanitation. Practices such as washing hands in the morning and before meals and prayers, ritual purification in the mikveh, and prohibitions against praying in proximity to waste. This meant that Jewish communities often had basic sewage systems and cleaner living conditions. These practices inadvertently protected them from the worst of the disease, but rather than being recognized for their beneficial customs, this lower mortality rate was used to fuel baseless accusations that they were somehow responsible for the plague. The well poisoning libel and the violence it inspired led to decimation of countless Jewish communities, with entire populations burned at the stake, massacred, or expelled. These atrocities disrupted centuries of Jewish culture and religious life, leaving a legacy of trauma and displacement. The events of 1348 and the accompanying pogroms against European Jewry highlighted the latent anti-Semitism in Europe and how easily it could explode and be exploited. If you like this video, be sure to check out my book, Today in Jewish History, available at rabbilandis.com.